If you want to see the ship empty, the best time to do that is before anybody else gets up. So here we are at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm gasping for a drink.
Deck 9. Going up.
Even with the air conditioning on, the rooms are quite warm. And it makes you quite dry. So I'm going to go and sit and grab a coffee this early in the morning.
Doors opening.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Is there anywhere where you can get coffee this early, or is it too early?
Coffee, yeah. Sir, the other side, sir.
At the other end?
Yep, the other side.
Ah, brilliant. Thank you.
But this coffee machine.
Yeah, I see this one is.
still in plain.
Well,
But the other side is fine.
there's one further. Excellent. Morning. Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Just wait in that 2 minutes, sir.
Oh, yeah?
The coffee is
I
still
just want
brewing,
cleaning
but
as well.
2 minutes only.
No, that's okay. I can wait.
Alright.
Thank you. Still cleaning. Wow. I'm guessing last night wasn't. Well, I was going to have a wander over to the end and show you all the ice that's here from last night, which I assume is from the hail that we got. But that is actually frozen like an ice rink. And I've just nearly got my full length just walking across to it, so we're going to give that a miss today. But wow, I wasn't expecting that. So it's not just Royal Caribbean have got their own ice rinks, guys. P&O have got into the act too. So let's walk very carefully back inside and see if the coffee's ready. Now we're talking. You'll have to excuse the hoarse voice, but I'm like this every morning before coffee. Oh. Sugar. Oh, well, no fighting for a window table anyway. It's a nice smooth crossing this morning. I've come out onto the top of deck 17, but I can already see there's ice on the deck. And it's not really surprising if you think about it. We've had hail overnight, and we're then cruising like at 19 knots, 20 knots through quite cold winds. I mean, the temperature must be only just above freezing. So it's not surprising that that combination actually results in ice forming, and therefore things are a bit treacherous. And it does surprise me that they've actually let people out, because look, there's actually standing ice all on the decks. I feel like I'm on a trawler. Now, all I can say is take care. We ain't going up there this morning. Does look like we're sailing into some bad weather. I just hope it's nice today, because it was fairly bleak in Haugesund yesterday and we didn't really fancy getting off the ship in driving snow. So it would be nice if we could actually get off today, because otherwise it sort of spoils your holiday if you don't feel like getting off. And we've not been to Haugesund before, so we're looking forward to it, although apparently it's a good miles walk into town, which I'm up for, so we'll have to see if we get there or not. It'll all be dependent on the weather, and at the moment looking a bit bleak. I think we'll come and have a game up here later, because I think this extra layer of ice might give me a bit of an advantage. I keep seeing that pool up on that deck, and I need to go up and have a look at it, because I've not seen it yet, so let's go and have a look. This has got to be the wettest ship I've ever been on. I've never seen anything like it. But then again, I've never cruised in the middle of winter. Oh, this is a nice surprise. It's a bigger pool than I thought. And what a view. It's really weird. We're one floor up from the restaurant and I can smell sausages, and it's really making me hungry. But I can't have any because I've got to wait until everybody else is up for breakfast. I'll tell you though, that's a gorgeous smell. Well, our departure out of Haugesund last night was a little bit bumpy. Nothing that, you could really complain about, although there were loads of people complaining about how rocky the ship was. Honestly, you've not been in rocky weather, believe me. Bay of Biscay, force 8 gale is rocky. You haven't experienced anything yet. And this morning, look at that, it's as smooth as a mill pond. The ship is hardly moving. Very, very slight roll. Just in the distance, you can't see, but just, let's see if we can go, just here, there is land, little island, so it means we must be getting close. We're due to dock at Haugesund at 9 o'clock, so we'll probably be getting into port a couple of hours before that. It's currently 6 o'clock, so we're still steaming across the sea at the moment. Sun's just coming up. It's looking at the moment like we might possibly get a decent day, but let's not count our chickens because we are sailing into some thick cloud. Oh, second coffee of the morning. Oh, I wish the buffet had opened because that bacon smells really nice. I can't have anything, I've got to wait for the rest getting up, and then maybe a sneaky muffin. Now, something that I've discovered on this cruise, and I hadn't heard of before, but it seems to be quite popular, is this whole idea of cruising ducks, which, if you go on, again, you go on the mighty Google and check it out and check out the YouTube, because there are a few videos about it, but apparently it's a trend that started in America. Some little girl somewhere started hiding little rubber ducks, and the whole thing has caught on it and it's gone a bit massive. And you know me, I don't like to be left out, so I was getting a bit of the old FOMO going off, so here's mine. And I've spent the morning hiding a few around the ship, and we'll see if anybody actually replies, because there's my little tag and it's got our details and where to check out the website and where to go to the YouTube site, and as normal it's got all the normal text on it, which is keep or hide, you decide, is the main message. And the idea is you either take it home and keep it as a souvenir, or you hide it somewhere else and let somebody else find it. You can, if you scan the barcode, pop onto our Facebook channel and leave a picture, which would be nice if anybody does, and if they do, I'll let you know in the comments below. But so this is it, new trend for me, not sure how it'll play out. I know there's quite a few other people have been leaving ducks on that Facebook group that I've talked about, and as of yet I don't think anybody's found them. Maybe we're hiding them too successfully, I don't know, or too carefully. I've still got about 10 left, so I need to go and get rid of the rest over the next couple of days. It's difficult finding hiding spots, so I'm not quite sure where to keep putting them, so I'll try and hide one here while I'm sat having my coffee. I mean, this morning actually it's quite warm, there's no wind, and I've got the coat on, but I don't think I actually need it. It's quite a warm day. Last night we went to see a couple of shows. If you're coming on this cruise and it's on centre stage in the headliners, it was absolutely spectacular. They've got 5 singers and I think 5 dancers, and they were absolutely awesome. They really were. We've been on quite a few cruises and of course a few all-inclusive holidays where they have shows as well. I've never actually seen anything so professionally put together. I've got to say, on the Iona, the theatre is absolutely astonishing. They've got this sort of video mapping, screens built into the stage type thing, and it really has been put to the best use. Some of the effects are absolutely awesome, and a lot of the time it does add to the whole story. Watch out for the show called Digital, because it's a little bit, I don't know what you could call it, unusual. That's not saying weird, but it's all very high tech, an IT romance almost, shall we say. And if you follow it closely, you do get to understand the story. I struggled a bit to start with, but by the end I knew what was happening. But I've got to tell you, that screen is absolutely astonishing. It's amazing. So that's a plus. It's a good show to go and see, but the centre stage, you've got to go and see that. Also, I probably don't know if she's going to be on your cruise or not, but we went to see a girl called Leanne Jarvis, who I'd not particularly heard of. Apparently she's been on The Voice and various other stuff. and she was also spectacular. And one thing I've said to my brother and sister-in-law is that the acts that you tend to get on some of the bigger cruise liners are just really, really good. We're going to see Kevin Sims tonight. Now, I'm no expert on this. Apparently used to be in Liberty X and also won The Voice and done other stuff. And apparently is the lead singer of Wet Wet Wet, which I didn't know. So we're going to see him on Friday night in the Limelight Theatre, and quite looking forward to that now. So entertainment wise, it's been really nice. Oh my god, we are just walking back into the Arctic. It hasn't been cleared yet, so I'm just turning around and going back again. So yeah, the shows are really good. If you want to keep watching, we couldn't obviously film the shows, it wouldn't be right to. But we did also go and see, which is a bit of a novelty I think, the Rise show in the, I keep calling it the Snow Dome, and today, for good reason. But yeah, in the, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. In the, anyway, we went to see the Rise show, and you've got to take it with a bit of tongue in cheek. Some of the performing's a bit. Oh, there's a sign here. What does the sign say? I'm just going to go and have to check what this is close to. I don't know what this dome's called. Splash Zone Panorama Pool Bar Sun Terrace Midship Lobby Walker Mile. 7 laps at 1 mile. That doesn't help me at all. Oh well. Look it up, Google it. I might do that actually. No. Anyway, we went to see the Rise performance, which is a sort of trapeze act, I suppose. There were a couple of good sections, or 3 sections, where they did quite a bit of trapeze work up in the dome. And unfortunately for us, it got stuck, and they had to stop the show while they just sorted it out. It's always a shame because it spoils their continuity as well. But despite that, we did enjoy it. It's a little bit strange when they all first come on. I'm not going to tell you what it's all about, but by the end of it, you do think it was well worth stopping to watch. So that's something they put on throughout the cruise. Oh, I'm still discovering stuff as we walk around. Chessboard. Sky Dome. It's called the Sky Dome. Oh my god. This is what happens when you get old. I think that's what we're watching tonight. 9 o'clock. I think the most noticeable thing for me on this cruise has been how enclosed it feels. There's not a lot of open space. The Sky Dome is probably the best place. I'm totally heading in the wrong way. How did I manage to get in here? I've come up from this lift and I've walked this way and I actually wanted to walk that way. See? Morning. Even me, super seasoned cruiser and all-round navigator, can get lost so easily. Don't ask what this is, I haven't got a clue. But it's pretty, it'll look nice in the garden. Now the question is, do we have a sundae here at the gelateria, or do we go down to Ripples and get the ice cream from there? Now, we haven't tried the buffet on this cruise. I don't know if Jeff and Lise wants to try it, we'll ask them later. I'm not overly impressed with the layout. I don't like this at all. It's in 2 sections and it just seems very tight and enclosed, and none of the food looks particularly inviting. I mean, the food's fine, but just the layout. If you've ever been on the Oceana, and it's got the massive Great Horizon restaurant in the front and loads of seating, and the buffet's massive, then this layout's a bit different, and I'm sure it works. It's just, the thing is, you can't really see what's on display, and the thing about the Royal Caribbean buffet or whatever, you can see from miles off what's on. So you do have to get up close and have a walk around. Having said that, oh look, muffin time. So, time to have one final coffee and muffin before I go wake the rest up to go for breakfast. I really won't need my breakfast, I know. But look at that. Now look, I should explain that this is the first time we've been on a Norwegian cruise this early in the year, and it's a totally different experience, and it's spectacular. The scenery is so much better when it's covered in snow. It just looks just so much more sort of, you know, Scandinavian, I suppose. But one thing I'm missing is that early morning walk around the deck, watching the sun come up in the Mediterranean, and it being sort of 16, 17 degrees already. It's just not quite the same walking around the deck with your coat on and slipping over on the ice. So the good thing is that's where we're going next. We're either booking a cruise for my birthday, or we're definitely going on the Aventura around the Canaries next year. So either or, we're going to see some sun and I'm going to get some Mediterranean. So stay tuned for that. Now, I'm going to have this coffee and the muffin that I've been promising myself all morning. Oh, honestly, only about an hour late. Should have been out here this morning. Really? What do they want me to do? Go round them? Look at that, see the ship in the distance? I think you could probably be in Copenhagen and still see that. Is he?
Oh right, yeah, that's it then, yeah.
Irish Viking! They're definitely not ramps. That's definitely a step.
Cool shop though, isn't it?
Good stuff.
I love these horns.
Yeah. That's £4.98.
Couldn't do much then.
£3. Oh, the only lift I've ever seen with a little hiding spot.
I'm going to have to cast you.
Alright, come on, cut and go. Run and go or cut and go?
What's all that about then?
What's that on street then?
Yeah.
Back street. Well, that's a hill, isn't it? It's a big hill. Probably come out on there, take it back to church. Wines and spirits. And a chemist. Yes, I think it's the shopping centre. It's not that far to walk, really, is it? When you think about it. I know where it is.
And it's not even that steep, it's a very slow incline for a long time. And when you go down, you can hit the ground, that might just run away from you. Is that me?